about and where the concern is. Again, just a quick recap that the concern is not the dam itself. The concern earlier this week was the spillway, which you see in the center of your screen. It wasn't enough. The reservoir did start to overflow, and where it overflows is this concrete structure you see to the left of that spillway. This concrete structure where you see the hand moving back and forth, that is the auxiliary spillway, which has never been used. That is key. This has never been used before. So this lake crested that level, spilled over that spillway, and down into this muddy wildland into the Feather River. And so because this had never really been tested before, they didn't know until they did it really what the full effects were going to be. Severe erosion that could lead to the failure of that structure. But good news we've been hearing, they did increase the releases down this damaged spillway, the one that they can control, and that has brought the lake level down to a level that it is not spilling over this auxiliary spillway as rapidly as it was before. It is beginning to recede. So you take that pressure off of it, and you get the workers in there with those bags of rock that they're dropping, and then they can hopefully secure this damaged, compromised structure that did, they found enough damage to warrant the evacuation orders. So there is some hope, but they are not rescinding those evacuation orders at all. Joe.
All right, Dennis, thank you. Right now on the phone we have Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Can you take us through what it was like for you as all of this started to unfold?
So I received notification through an emergency broadcast system at about 4:30, and I've been listening to some talk radio, and they also had informed me that they were evacuating down to Grizzly. So we probably were able to get out of Marysville a little earlier than most. We started heading out of town by about 5:15. But by then, of course, the news had already picked it up, and it become pretty chaotic. Lots and lots of traffic and emergency personnel heading back towards Oroville. So we moved to Sacramento. That was the direction we chose.
Okay. Michelle, you touched on it, but I'm wondering if you can elaborate.
We had immediately, we also put a few things in the car. I think it alerted other neighbors, and then we could see just neighbors up and down the street coming from all different angles, putting things in their vehicles and trying to get out of town. Messages from friends and family just checking on our well-being as they were also trying to prepare themselves and get out of town. The light would turn red, and the traffic was just backed up through the intersection. Shortly thereafter, they started pretty much closing the access, like to 20 to 70, so that it made it even more difficult for people to get around. My aunt came behind us. We came up to Sacramento to my daughter's apartment, kind of to stop and kind of regroup and decide whether or not we need to go perhaps to Auburn. And